Chapter 1. Environmental Science, Definition, Scope and Importance. A lecture by Dr. Kush Rahman. The science of environment studies is a multidisciplinary science because it comprises various branches of studies like chemistry, life science, agriculture, public health, sanitary engineering, etc. It is the science of physical phenomena in the environment. It studies of the sources, reactions, transport, effect and fate of physical or biological species in the air, water and soil, and the effect from human activity upon these. Environment explained. Literary environment means the surrounding external conditions influencing development or growth of people, animal or plants, living or working conditions, etc. This involves three questions. 1. What is surrounded? The answer to this question is living objects in general and man in particular. 2. By what surrounded? The physical attributes are the answer to this question, which become environment. In fact, the concern of all education is the environment of man. However, man cannot exist or be understood in isolation from the other forms of life and from plant life. Hence, environment refers to the sum total of conditions surrounding points in space and time. The scope of the term environment has been changing and widening with the passage of time. In the primitive age, the environment consisted of only physical aspects of the planet Earth's land, air, and water as biological communities. As time passed, the man extended his environment through his social, economic, and political functions. 3. We're surrounded. The answer to this question. In nature, the physical component of the planet Earth, viz. Land, air, water, etc., supports and affects life in the biosphere. According to Agouti, the environment is representative of the physical components of the Earth where man is an essential factor affecting the environment. Definitions of environment. Some important definitions of the environment are as under. 1. Boring definition. A person's environment consists of the sum total of the stimulation which he receives from his conception until his death. It can be concluded from the above definition that environment comprises various types of forces such as physical, intellectual, economic, political, cultural, social, moral, and emotional. The environment is the sum total of all the external forces, influences, and conditions, which affect life, nature, behavior, and the growth, development, and maturation of living organisms. 2. Douglas and Holland definition. The term environment is used to describe, in the aggregate, all the external forces, influences, and conditions, which affect the life, nature, behavior and the growth, development, and maturity of living organisms. 2. Scope of environment. The environment consists of four segments. 1. Atmosphere. The atmosphere implies the protective blanket of gases surrounding the Earth. A. It sustains life on the Earth. B. It saves it from the hostile environment of outer space. C. It absorbs most of the cosmic rays from outer space and a major portion of the electromagnetic radiation from the sun. D. It transmits only ultraviolet, visible, and near-infrared radiation, 300 to 2,500 nanometers, and radio waves, 0.14 to 40 meters, while filtering out tissue-damaging ultraviolet waves below about 300 nanometers. The atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and oxygen. Besides, argon, carbon dioxide, and trace gases. 2. Hydrosphere. The hydrosphere comprises all types of water resources: oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, streams, reservoir, polar ice caps, glaciers, and groundwater. Nature 97% of the Earth's water supply is in the oceans. 2. About 2% of the water resources is locked in the polar ice caps and glaciers. 3. Only about 1% is available as fresh surface water rivers, lakes, streams, and groundwater fit to be used for human consumption and other uses. 3. Lithosphere. Lithosphere is the outer mantle of the solid Earth. It consists of minerals occurring in the Earth's crusts and the soil, for example. Minerals, organic matter, air and water. 4. Biosphere. Biosphere indicates the realm of living organisms and their interactions with environment, viz. Atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Element of environment. The environment is constituted by the interacting systems of physical, biological and cultural elements interrelated in various ways, individually as well as collectively. These elements may be explained as under. 1. Physical elements. Physical elements are as space, landforms, water bodies, climate, soils, rocks and minerals. They determine the variable character of the human habitat, its opportunities as well as limitations. 2. Biological elements. Biological elements such as plants, animals, microorganisms and men constitute the biosphere. 3. Cultural elements. Cultural elements such as economic, social and political elements are essentially man-made features, which make cultural milieu. Environment studies, importance. Environment studies enlighten us about the importance of protection and conservation of our indiscriminate release of pollution into the environment. At present, many environmental issues have grown in size and complexity day by day, threatening the survival of mankind on Earth. We study these issues and practical suggestions in environment studies. Environment studies have become significant for the following reasons. 1. Environment issues being of international importance. It has been well recognized that environment issues like global warming and ozone depletion, acid rain, marine pollution and biodiversity are not merely national issues, but are global issues and hence must be tackled with international efforts and cooperation. 2. Problems cropped in the wake of development. Development, in its wake, gave birth to urbanization, industrial growth, transportation systems, agriculture, housing, etc. However, it has become phased out in the developed world. The North, to cleanse their own environment, has, factfully, managed to move dirty factories of South. When the West developed, it did so perhaps in ignorance of the environmental impact of its activities. Evidently, such a path is neither practicable nor desirable even if developing world follows that. 3. Explosively increase in pollution. The world census reflects that one majority of persons on this planet live in South Asia. Evidently the majority of the world's population and only a few % of its land area, there is heavy pressure on natural resources including land. Agricultural experts have recognized soil's health problems like deficiency of micronutrients and organic matter, soil salinity and damage of soil structure. 4. Need for an alternative solution. It is essential, especially for developing countries, to find alternative paths to an alternative goal. We need a goal as under. A goal, which ultimately is the true goal of development and environmentally sound and sustainable development. B. A goal common to all citizens of our Earth. C. A goal distant from the developing world in the manner it is from the over-consuming wasteful societies of the developed world. 5. Need to save humanity from extinction. It is incumbent upon us to save humanity from extinction. consequent to our activities constricting the environment and depleting the biosphere, in the name of development. 6. Need for wise planning of development. Our survival and sustenance depend. Resources withdrawal, processing, and use of the product have all to be synchronized with the ecological cycles in any plan of development. Our actions should be planned ecologically for the sustenance of the environment and development. 7. MISRA's report. MISRA, 1991, recognized 4 basic principles of ecology. I. Holism. 2. Ecosystem. 3. Succession. 4. Conversation. Holism has been considered the real basis of ecology. In hierarchical levels at which interacting units of ecology are discussed, are as under. Individual MISRA, 1991, has recognized 4 basic requirements of environmental management as under. I. Impact of human activities on the environment. 2. Value system. 3. Plan and design for sustainable development. 4. Environment education. Keeping in view the goal of planning for environmentally sustainable development, Pakistan contributed to the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, UNST.